We would like to play.
Welcome to another episode of the What the Famicom podcast, a gaming podcast.
For people who hate video games.
There's my boy. Oh my God. I am Nintendo Wii, and with me as always is
Nick Tiny Wii, because I had a small Wii, like the gaming controller thing.
you're not talking about your.
No, it's a mini Wii. It's a tiny Wii. That's what people used to call
your
him.
dad's name, dude.
Back in high school, I used to call him that.
Wait. Oh man, that's so good.
Back in my high school.
So you used to call your dad Tiny Wee in your high school. Holy shit. The episode just peaked. I don't even know where to go from there.
We're off the rails, folks.
Before we get into anything, we have to talk about this milestone episode. This is the 20th episode of the What the Famicom gaming podcast.
I didn't think it would make it past one after listening.
I actually didn't think at all, because I remember getting excited that I had 34 listens of my first episode. And I was like, oh man, like I'll make a few more. And now we're at 20, which is great. Which is the funny thing is too, that I feel like we've done like 500. I'm not going to lie. I feel like we've done so many more.
That is kind of funny.
I think we've fucking exhausted every gaming memory we've had in the last 20 years.
So we're done. This is it.
I legitimately think we're done, because I can't think of anything else that we
haven't done anything else in games. Well, what should we talk about today?
Well, I want to thank people who
please do.
Follow, subscribe, people who follow, subscribe, people who sub-swallow. You sub-swallow. Since you were 7. You've been sub-swallowing, dude. I mean, and I don't judge. You're a gamer. I'm a gamer.
We don't judge.
We don't judge.
I don't even want to get political.
Guess how many listens we have for this show?
This episode? 1.
No. We have 1.8 thousand total listens throughout the whole show.
Yo, you put a point in there. That's how I know it's a real number.
I didn't put the point in there. I mean, God did, I think.
Wow.
But I just want to thank everyone who listened.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I want to thank most of them. Actually, I'll thank the 0.8. Thanks, 0.8.
I feel like the 0.8 are the ones that actually listen when they put it on. The other ones put it on and like lower the volume.
All the way?
Yeah, oh my God.
0. And then they just
turn their phone off.
And then they just let it run. That's awesome. Well, shout out everybody. Thanks to us.
Shout out. So to start today's topic, I have a question for you, Nick.
Yeah, please do.
What are the top 2 things that every person over the age of 55 has in their household?
Oof. A toothbrush, toilet paper.
You were close. Okay. One of them is the equivalent of toilet paper. Actually, both of them are the equivalent of toilet paper.
What would you say it is?
One is board games.
Oh, you're right.
And the second one is a Nintendo Wii.
That's so true.
I don't know what it is. For some fucking reason, a Nintendo Wii and board games are like cocaine to old people.
That is weird. It's like, I think the Wii appeals to a certain audience that was like, that doesn't like video games. And they were like, oh, but this is a cool one. And it's like cool where they're doing the move with their fists slowly going up. Like, this is cool. And just bopping side to side.
Do you know anybody? Do you know somebody, like an older person with a Wii?
Yeah, my girlfriend's parents have a Wii. And I was like, they haven't had any other system. It's just a Wii. No Segas or Nintendos.
Do they ever touch it?
In their house. They gave it to me, and my son discovered it. So I play Tiger Woods golf occasionally on the Wii.
What year is the Tiger Woods golf?
I have no idea. I want to say like 99 or 00. When did the Wii, or 04? I don't know.
It's probably no, the Wii came out in 06, so maybe a little bit after that.
Oh, is it? Wow, I'm getting old, dude. Maybe it was like 09 or something then.
Oh my God. I really don't. I actually honestly don't get it. I don't get the appeal, especially these 2 things. Because I got to imagine your girlfriend's parents have board games.
Oh, yeah, they have
board games. Nobody fucking has board games in their house. So I know one person that has both. Obviously, really? I'm going to throw her under the bus because there's a 50% chance that she's listening.
Right now?
My mom, of course.
Right now she's listening. Listening right now.
Yeah.
Live.
My mom, of course, has a Wii. I don't know how long she's had it, but it seems like it's like one of those sexy black ones. I feel like she bought it within the last 5 years. So obviously, already when the Wii is dead, she buys the Wii,
that's the time to buy.
which is the first red light. She has 16 Wii games.
Oh my God! I
I'm
didn't
not
know they
even
made
kidding.
16 Wii
She has
games.
16. She has. I'm
Yo,
gonna
she
name
has
it.
to work out one. She has to work out one. I
She does.
100% know.
She has
I know
Wii
she did.
Fit.
Oh
She
my
has
God.
Wii Fit Plus.
Uh-huh.
She has Game Party. They have
Ugh.
Sega Bass Fishing,
Ugh.
and the movie adaptation of Spider-Man 3, and Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. All of these games came out in like a 3-year period between like '07 and 2010.
She went ham, dude. She's going nuts.
I don't even think Nintendo headquarters has 16 Wii games. I think my mom has the most Wii games.
Of
Like,
anyone.
I don't understand.
Yeah, 16's a lot, man.
That's
Like if
a
you
lot.
stacked 4 in a row, that's like 4 rows.
Ask me when the last time she touched it was.
I don't know. When's the last time she touched you?
I don't know either. I don't like never. I don't
That's
fucking
awesome.
know.
Yo, did she have the step stool? The little steppy thing?
Oh, for the workout?
Yeah, yeah.
I don't no. Oh, I know what you're talking about, like the beam.
Wii bench?
Down.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I
Does
don't
she
think
have all
so.
those?
If she
Oh,
does,
dude,
it might
she
be
kinda
hiding.
likes me. She probably I don't know, used it. I don't know, once.
Are you like insinuating like sex?
I did, and then I was like, I don't know if you could. I don't
Were
remember
you
what it
holding
looked
back
like.
because you
Yeah,
weren't?
well, because I don't remember what the Wii board was shaped like, so I was like, I don't even know if you could do anything with that. I don't know. I was like, let's just let it drop before he catches my insinuation.
She also has a closet full of board games for some
Ugh.
fucking reason because she's old. She has 2 versions of a game called Ticket to Ride. She has a game
Wow.
called Spy Alley. She has Trouble, and she has the game to begin all games, Junior Monopoly. I didn't even know
Oh.
Monopoly was still around enough to make a fucking junior game.
No, Monopoly, sadly enough, I know for a fact because we got the Eagles Monopoly and we have a like baby Monopoly. It might be called Junior Monopoly.
Oh, you're right. There is like Monopoly for everything.
There's like
I,
Monopoly Game of
it
Thrones.
didn't even dawn on me until you just said that.
Yeah, yeah, it's the worst game of all time.
So Monopoly is like a slut.
It is. Literally, Monopoly will lay down and spread its old
It
man
kind of
legs.
does. You lay
Yeah.
it down and you open up its boards.
You spread its old
You
man
spread its
legs.
boards and just start putting pieces in it.
You thimble it, you know? You give her the old thimble.
I mean, that was my dad's nickname in my high school.
Thimble?
Yeah, little
That's
thimble.
so good.
So I'm kind of confused. I don't understand why these 2 things, especially the Wii, why people like it's like someone in 96. Like imagine someone in 1996, like a 6-year-old person. They have a fucking Atari, and some kids, their grandkids are playing PlayStation, and this Atari, this grandparent's like, "Hey, you want to play Atari?" These kids don't have time for your shit, Grandpa. Like they have backwards caps.
It's
They have
corny.
orange visors. They're grabbing their products. Like,
They're making out with girls on a dryer or a washing machine in someone's basement. That's what they do.
like it does not make sense. It's weird. You're right. I think you just said that the Wii makes them seem like they're
Cool.
Yeah, they're
getting
cool.
back into it, but not
They're one
really.
step ahead, but 90 steps behind.
Yeah, it is. It is kind of reverse cool. It's like,
Yeah.
yo, I'm into video games, and someone's like, oh, dude, you got Call of Duty, the newest one, and they're like,
Oh my
I
God.
got Wii.
She also has Call of Duty. She has Call of Duty World at War. Is that like the very first one?
No, that's like, I mean, that's like the second or third one, but God bless. That's for what system?
For the Wii.
What?
Yeah, I'm telling you, she has
Shut
16
up.
games, man. I
Wait,
only named like the top ones that I remember.
I hate the system for so many reasons, and it's like, we're gonna get into it, I think. Are we talking about board games and the Wii and how it plays these board games and how it's terrible? Is that what you're getting at?
Yeah, well, I think I would reverse that. I would be like, it's terrible, but also it plays these board games.
Terribly.
And it's terribly, yeah, pretty much.
Is it almost like, you know, like AAA features like have like experts on for everything, and it's like we got to make the frame rate super smooth. We got to make the graphics work really well.
Mhm.
We got to have gameplay interaction, and it's almost like the board games are like, yo, it's a board game. Do we have to hire a graphics guy? I don't know. Should we do cutscenes? I don't know. Like, how do you play?
Like, how do you
weird.
care? How do you fucking care when you're helping create this game? How do you
Yeah.
care? Like, oh, I want to make that Monopoly piece look really good.
I
Who
guess.
said that in their entire life? Nobody.
Well, and do they hire a guy for like animations or graphics, or like, we need a guy who moves the Monopoly pieces digitally? And it's like,
I'm
I
gonna
don't
tell you
know.
right now,
Go ahead.
any of the people that worked on these games they definitely did not put these on their resume. You're not going to admit to somebody that
they just they mailed this one in. They were like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, X to Z. Every time you move, your Monopoly piece moves. Someone's like, "Oh, is it different for the dog and everything?" They're like, "Everything moves the exact same.
Everything's the
no one
exact same
cares.
thing.
We
I
just
fell
put a
asleep
new
with the
skin on
keyboard.
it." Yeah.
We would like to play.
So I'm gonna talk
Which
about a main one that came out on the Wii, and
Whoa.
is everyone's favorite tower game, Jenga.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Good old fucking Jenga. Let me tell you about this. The Hasbro. We're gonna talk about Hasbro a lot.
Oh, Hasbro's coming down, dude.
Yeah, we're bringing them
Hasbro.
fuck down.
They used to
Hasbro
be on
King.
top. It's
We're
time to
canceling
take them down.
Hasbro.
Canceled. Hey Hasbro, you canceled.
Hashtag
You
canceled
fucking
Hasbro.
go.
So
Canceled.
the Hasbro game, where it's a Wii game. Everyone knows it. I didn't know that Jenga was invented in the 70s. Did you know that?
I know like all these things from like the 40s, 60s, 70s, like all this
Well,
shit.
that's the thing. I thought Jenga, it's
Was
such an
new?
easy, it's just pieces of wood. I thought it was like from when
You thought it was
Pac-Man.
like from
I
like
literally thought like it was the first time ever.
1201. It was like
Yeah.
Jesus was playing Jenga and
Yeah.
he was like he pulled out a perfect cross and someone was like, "How did you do that?" And he was just shrugged.
That's why he got crucified.
Yeah, it was a Jenga. He
'Cause
did
he kept
poorly at
cheating.
Jenga. Yeah,
And
he
the
kept
Romans
pulling
were
out
like,
crosses.
no. So did you know Jenga is a Swahili word for to build? Just a little fun fact.
That's incredibly old person fact.
I know, right? It's just so. Again, I thought this game was older. The Wii adaptation came out in 2007. Atari released it. It was called Jenga World Tour, and
Jenga World Tour?
Yeah.
Like does that putting extreme spin on Jenga? That's kind of
Yeah,
funny.
that's exactly what they're doing. So it came out in 2007. So I better let my mom know so she fucking gets it to add on to her 2007 collection.
She better buy it now.
No, hold up. I gotta tell a story about my mom that I need to get off my chest. It's completely game related. So I want to let you know it's not a tangent. It's not
please, eh?
Not complete opposite.
Warm Daddies all over again.
You might know this story. I don't think you've ever heard this story.
Okay.
All right. About 5 years ago, right? My mom, where I lived, she came down once in a while to come visit me. We would go to the movies, right?
Which house?
So there was a movie theater.
You don't have to tell me the address. Which house? When you lived where?
When I lived in South Philly.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So my mom would come down and visit me. We'd go to the movies. And by the movie theater, like we went to go see Jurassic World. I remember this. By the movie theater is a place called Warm Daddies.
Oh no, I'm gonna put Warm Daddies on blast. Go ahead, please.
So yeah, I want this going on public record. So this establishment, Warm Daddies, is a soul food place. So it's predominantly African American.
Sure.
It's just So you're always passing it when you go to the movie theater. It's like an alleyway. And we passed it when we went to go see Jurassic World. My mom turned and looked at Warm Daddies and said, "Oh, I've been there. I really like it there."
Okay.
And when she said that, I'm like, "Oh, that's weird. Like, you never come for cool. Numerous things." I was like, "You never come to South Philly. When would you have gone?" Secondly, you're an older white lady. Like, I don't know why you would be there, but it's fine. I didn't, we like diversity. We're gamers.
Cool.
I don't care. I don't judge.
Yeah.
So we go to the movies. I didn't really think about it, but I did, and I'm like, okay, like I want to know when she went. Don't really think about it for years, right? 2 years later. Fast forward 2 years later.
670 days, 720
We're
days.
We're going to see Guardians of the Galaxy 2. I think it's the very. She hasn't been down to my house in South Philly since then. We come down, we go the same way, we pass Warm Daddies, and I'm like, "Oh yeah, remember when you said you went there?" My mom looks me dead in the face and says, "I've never been there." And I thought about that the entire fucking movie.
Ruined Guardians of the Galaxy for you.
I honestly can't tell you the plot of Guardians of the Galaxy 2 because all I thought about on every character was my mom's face just saying, "I've never been there."
She denied it in such a stern way.
She denied it in such a stern way. And I brought her, I think one time, like I might have brought her up to her that she was like frustrating me. I like sent a long text to her like about her like lying to me. And then she sent back like a text like with a silly face. And I was really even more mad. But I want the world to know. I want to ask everybody if has she been there or not. I don't know. I don't know.
Has she been?
Again, Mom, I don't care if you have gone. I just want you don't lie to me. I honestly need to know if you've been to Warm Daddies.
What's the name of the game that she didn't let you buy and you wrote the really long? Yeah, Manhunt. This is Manhunt all over again.
This is Manhunt. Warm Daddies is Manhunt.
It is. It's the same thing, dude. It's circling back.
She's just a flip. Yeah, she's just flip flopping. Oh God.
Well,
okay.
If she's listening and she could write in, please let us know.
Yeah, comment below.
If you
I want you to comment below, yes or no.
If you used a credit card, just send us a picture of the receipt.
If you left a Facebook review, or if you have merchandise that you bought, or if you have a souvenir cup, just prove it to me.
Anything. Did you remember the waiter's name or the waitress? Just anything, please.
Like, wow. I just want to. I don't care if you went, but if you're lying to me, I don't understand.
You want closure, is what you want.
I want closure.
I'm with you.
This will probably haunt me. I need to go to therapy for this. Probably.
I think this is your therapy.
Yeah. What were we talking about?
Monopoly.
Not Monopoly yet. Anyway, Jenga. World Tour. Jenga. All right, Jenga World Tour 2007.
How can you play a fucking dexterity hand remove block game with a? Okay, go ahead.
No, I'm completely agreeing with you. You're right. Like, how do you play something you physically have to touch, along with all these fucking board games?
I agree. We're gonna get into that.
First thing, when you turn on the game, the menu music is like weirdly fun horror porn music, is the way I describe it, because it's one of those like scary fun music where you can gradually hear it slow down and then become like terrifying.
That sounds terrifying.
Yeah, no, like it doesn't actually slow down. It doesn't scare the shit out of you.
Oh, I thought. Okay.
But you can imagine this is the kind of music that you'd be in a haunted house and like.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly it. So then they make you can choose like a world tour, regular. I don't know what the fucking difference is, but they also make you can choose a character. So even the Jenga game knows how boring Jenga is. So they're trying to.
You're a character now? What does that have to do with anything?
Well, it's like it's just an icon. It's just like a profile pic. So these are the options they give you, which is the fucking weirdest thing. It's an astronaut. It's a parrot. It's a robot. A fish. A snowman.
Is a cry for help.
And a girl in a bikini.
Yo, I would totally.
I'm not even
kidding. Bikini. I would totally.
And all of them are like smiling, smirking.
Of course. This makes sense.
I think there's like one or two that I missed, but. You pick an icon and then you go, and there's different levels, but the main default level, first off, each level is you just playing Jenga in an empty room. It's just a 3D empty room. So the default one is just an empty room. It's like a really nice rich guy's apartment that like brings girls to kill them. Like that's what it looks like. It looks like American Psycho.
Goes with the music. I can see that.
Yeah. And there's a fish tank. There's a dog just laying on the couch.
Oh, that's pretty interactive. I like that.
Yeah, I think if the shit crumbles near the dog, I think it falls on him, but the dog, because it's the Wii, they don't have good animation, so he just doesn't react.
Yeah, he just sits there. You're like, whoa, what if we knock it over on him?
Yeah. I think it's really funny because you can change the look of the blocks, like make them look cool, or you can change the location.
Whoa, you can change. Wow. We went pretty in depth. You can change the wood grain. That would be pretty tight.
Nobody wants to change. Nobody even wants it to be wood, but nobody wants it to be anything. Nobody even wants to play Jenga.
It's almost like what's it called, Silicon Valley, like where they had a bunch of these bros, and they were like, the one weed smoker friend was like, "Yo, dude, you doing Jenga?" And someone was like, "Yeah, can you design my characters?" He's like, "Let's have like an astronaut and like it's like a parrot." And so he's like,
"I bet they're all smiling."
Yeah, like it just seems like a half-cooked, half-baked idea.
Some of the levels are a cat on top of a castle, a prehistoric jungle, and an arcade. So here's the thing that pisses me off. You look like you're about to say something about the
video game in a video game in a video game.
Yeah, and first off, nobody's playing a board game in a fucking arcade. Nobody. It's like
unless they're playing a video game that happens to be called Jenga World Tour.
It's it's an empty room. It's just like as if somebody walked into this room that I'm in and said, "Who wants to play Jenga?" It'll be empty because nobody wants to play Jenga with anybody. It's like my mom showing up at Warm Daddy's. Like it's not.
Oh,
it's
not.
like
It didn't happen.
Oh man, it really. This Jenga game. I like the way you said it when you were like they try to fun it up, or you said something where like the world tour.
Extreme.
Extreme.
Like they made it more, it's
this is like the Mountain Dew of Jenga games.
Yeah. It's on steroids, but it's just
Jenga on steroids.
Wait, I still want to know how. Like, did you point with the remote and pull the piece?
Yeah, so
out?
it's weird because you circled around the Jenga tower, and you hovered over whatever block you want to pull out, and then you pulled it out. But it was like so sensitive, but not because the Wii. The like motion control is terrible.
Dude, it's a Wii. Anytime you pointed at the screen, it shook. Like you had like some kind of like Parkinson's or something. So like I can only imagine playing Jenga. You could point and hold your hand steady, and it would just the little laser would be bouncing around.
And imagine putting it on the top; it would automatically fall every time. Like there's no way the physics in this game were good.
No, it had to be terrible.
There's absolutely no way.
And it doesn't even sound like fun, like a computerized version of a dexterity game. Like no, not really.
I don't remember there being music in the levels either, which is even funnier. Like there's that horror music in the menu,
super intro music, and then quiet, and then
the quiet. Not even in the arcade. I think there was just silence.
That's tight. I like that.
Yeah. So I would give Jenga a 1 out of none.
That's pretty
1
good.
out of none.
1 out of none. That's not bad.
1 out of none.
Like, you win some, you lose some, you Jenga some.
You Jenga some. But you got any board game Wii games for me? Boring Wii games, as I would like to call them.
Well, I did a little research on a couple games. Mine not as good as you because mine don't have as much feel to them. Do you remember the game Scrabble?
I do. I feel like I was forced to play with my mom again with her, man.
Well, what if I told you they made Scrabble in 2009? I think this one was by Ubisoft.
Okay.
Is it pronounced Ubisoft?
I want to say I like saying Ubisoft, but I think it's Ubi.
Ubisoft. Anyway, Ubisoft went ham.
Like I think, because that's right. That was your mom's catchphrase in high school to every guy.
Yeah.
After sex and
sex, yeah,
she would tell the guys that there's small soft X Ubisoft.
Mom, classic.
Mom jokes are so good.
That is a good one, actually. Yeah. Anyway, this one wasn't. Again, this is a recurring theme, but it wasn't just called Scrabble. It was called Scrabble Interactive.
Extreme.
But like, it does sound like the extreme type thing. It was $49.95. It came out in 2009, September.
Wait, hold up, real quick.
Yeah.
I gotta imagine all these games you talk about were that price, right?
No, the something we'll talk about later is $39.95. But
okay, I didn't even look up prices. Like I just imagined these are like $20 games.
No, it's like $49.95. That's like a full game, and it's for Scrabble board game that you can play digitally. The thing about this that sucks is they tried to figure out a way so that you couldn't cheat, right?
Uh-huh.
So I think they had a thing come up on the screen. It was like showing letters, and it would be like you pick your letters or you get your letters given to you. Well, then they would stay up on the screen for all the players. So if you had 4 players playing Scrabble, all 4 players' trays were always visible, like around the board. Which the point of Scrabble is you can't see each other's letters. And it was like picking, close your eyes, players 2, 3, and 4.
They would,
like, okay.
They would tell people to close their eyes.
Yeah. But then once the game started, they were all showing at all 4 corners.
So what does it matter if you were closing your eyes or not?
I think it was just to be like you're playing a board game.
Like the honor code?
Sounds, well, like making you think like, because you know a cool thing about board game is you're physically interacting with people and things around you. Like, oh, no one can see. Hey, close your eyes. Well, there's no reason to do that in a digital version of the game, so I think they pretended that you could do it. Like, hey, everyone, now we're doing the thing. Close your eyes.
Hey, Grandpa, close your eyes.
And can you imagine in a commercial? I mean, can you imagine like a fun commercial though, where they just showed that on the screen, and little Timmy was holding his hands over Grandpa's eyes, and Grandpa was pretending to cheat, and little
I'm
Timmy
not
was
even
like,
kidding. There
"Oh, me."
probably more than
Yeah.
likely was a commercial.
And then there's like a really hot daughter who for some reason's playing, and she's like 18. Like you assume she's 18. She looks like she's 18. She's smoking hot, so we're gonna assume she's 18. She's 18, okay, Your Honor. Anyway, like she's doing it, and then like there's a mom somewhere or something, and then like maybe some Asian broad. You know what I'm saying? So like we have the
Diversify. No, Nintendo diversifying. Yeah.
yeah. But anyway, like they do all this, and then
It's
like,
weird how you're being respectful, but you also called her a broad.
I was doing that on purpose just to have shock value, but it didn't. Whatever. The the game just sounds terrible. And what they said is when you would put your letters down, like there'd be a little short animation that would be like, "You spelled dildo" or whatever. I think that's an acceptable term in Scrabble because it's a real thing. It's a noun. But like, it just seems stupid because everyone can see your letters. You have to wait your turn. It's kind of boring. The controls are weird. Like you're tapping on something and then hitting up 12 times and then hitting right 12 times and then putting your pieces, and you better pick the right piece.
You're doing like triple the work.
Yes, you're doing more work than it would be to pick up a piece.
Yeah, you're doing. Yeah.
It's so stupid.
How did Nintendo find a way to use a console that was supposed to be less work to make you do more work in a game that you could actually do less work?
On top of that, on a game that's boring, to make it more boring. It's like they doubled down on work and
doubled down on boring.
It's crazy to me.
Ubisoft.
Literally, I saw a review and it was like, I played the computer. It was very tough. It defeated me every time because it's like a computer. It would just autofill like these crazy words no one would know, and you would always lose. And it was like I just got to get better at it. And the review went on and it like talked about the game, and it was bad audio for the review. Like it was a shitty review I saw of the game recently, and I was like, this sums it up perfectly. And at the end, he was like, it's kind of tough, it's hard. The animations really are like they take too long. I'm like waiting here for my turn, and then like I can't play, and the computer cheats, and I don't know anything. And he was like, but it's that family fun we all love. 4 out of 5. And I was like, I couldn't stop laughing because he gave it a 4 out of 5, and he kept saying bad things about it. And I was like, are you giving it a 4 out of 5 because it's Scrabble? And you're like.
Yeah, like you feel like you have to honor the dead.
Yeah,
like you can't speak ill of it.
Yeah, and it's funny because he was like, "This is for any true diehard Scrabble fan that needs to add to their collection."
But you just shit on it for the past 10 minutes.
I know, and this is the other thing: to add to your collection. If you have Scrabble, you have Scrabble. You don't need all of them unless you're your mom. Apparently, like. Who needs more than one of them?
Imagine if somebody in their closet
a new Scrabble,
a Scrabble board game, and then the Wii on top of
it. The PlayStation Scrabble, the real Scrabble, like collector's edition Scrabble. It's the same game. It doesn't change. So this game. What else did I read about it? Oh, they did add one really cool feature: Scrabble Soccer. Oh, holy crap! Like that's like literally as cool as you can be. Except that it was you would spell a word and then the soccer ball would move towards your opponent's goal.
Wait.
That was it. This sounds just like the Dr. Mario game with the Street Fighter where you would stack
the puzzle
pieces.
fighter. Yeah.
You would stack your pieces and it would just move the fighter to one side like he's being successful.
Yeah. What?
It's a gimmick on top
this in that
gimmick.
This is in that Wii game?
Yeah, this is in the Wii one. You can make Scrabble Soccer. It sounds really good. I actually,
but you're not actually playing soccer, nor are you really playing Scrabble.
Kind of neither. It's kind of like a game for people who don't really like games. So graphically, it was kind of underwhelming. Reception, a lot of people didn't like it. It was not as good as the real game. I kept seeing over and over, and I was like, come on, guys.
No shit. Yeah.
I want to play the digital version of a board game. Let me live. So overall, if I had to review it, though, 10 out of 10. I recommend it.
Okay. Now, would you... Okay.
Yeah.
I don't have anything else to say.
I was just going to say, we played Sugar Bush, and it counted. That's my mom's nickname, remember?
Sugar Bush?
Yeah.
It was Candy Bush.
Well, her other nickname was Sugar Bush.
Oh. Sugar Bush and Little Wii. Your parents.
They were in love.
They were in love. What else did you have to look up? Because I have...
Cluedo?
I have what was it? Clue?
Cluedo.
Well, that's okay. I saw the name Cluedo somewhere, and I had no clue why it was called Cluedo.
It was invented in the UK or somewhere beforehand. I love how I said "or somewhere" as someone who researched it thoroughly. I actually forget the country.
You're just tossing aside your own research.
Well, because I didn't write down the country. But Cluedo came out in 1943, and it was adapted in North America like a few years later, and they changed the name to Clue.
Oh, so Cluedo is the original name.
Yeah, it really is.
Oh shit, I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
1943. So eventually Hasbro gets rights to the game, and they released it via Electronic Arts in 2010, baby. It came to the Wii finally. Because I don't want to talk about the game on here. We're talking about the Wii version of the game, and the game was like a more boring version of Scrabble, I would say.
More boring.
Yeah, the problem is this game was very much about mystery and who did what in the room. So what happens is there's long animations where things would go on and you have to press next, next, read a bunch of stuff, next, next. And on top of this, because it's a board game, no one spent any time on the animations, the graphics, the details, the timing between the graphics. So this is a weird thing that no one talks about. Yeah. It would be like the sentence and you would hit next 10 times. Well, it's going to take like 8 whole seconds to load the next frame. And it's going to take 8 whole seconds to load the next frame. And then it's going to take 8 whole seconds. And people
it doesn't matter if you keep pressing A.
Awful. People were like, this is not how to play the game. I could play the whole game in the time it takes for these animations to go.
This and then it was like, yeah. I feel like there's also a chance that this could be like that whole idea of the cheating thing. Because you said in Scrabble, like you're supposed to cover your eyes. Oh, you got something?
They did.
Of course they did.
Oh, shoot. I forgot the Clue one. The Clue one, they definitely had something on the screen. Oh, when you would take your guesses or something? Or when you would get your clue. You know, you flip a card and you get a clue that only you know.
And nobody's supposed to see it.
Flashing on the screen would say, for player 1 only, everyone else close their eyes. So this is a common theme in gaming, dude. This is cool. Yo, the honor code, baby. One of the reviews I read was like, yeah, when your clue comes up, it's all based on the honor code. Yeah, right. ...
What was this guy's username?
I didn't write that down, but we're gonna come up to a couple. We're gonna come up to a couple reviews I found on Amazon for this game.
It was probably Wii're King 62.
It was.
Oh my god, this guy probably loved it.
Let me find the review that I found most important to this podcast. This one was from Snake Eyes in 2010. Just for kids. Sometimes a commercial makes you recall a fond memory, but that doesn't translate into buying this product and creating a new one. My girlfriend said how she loved the game, Life, when she was a little kid. This came with Clue also, blah, blah, blah. We'll get into the super pack.
Yeah.
How wrong she was. The game is no more than hitting a button and watching a piece move around the board. There's very limited interactions with the game. My girlfriend kept crying. It just plays like a movie, and the experience would be the exact same. Super boring. Clue could really use some instructions as to when other players should not look at the screen. Sometimes it doesn't even let you know. My wife just kept crying. Girlfriend. Colonel Mustard in the lobby, she was crying. Miss Scarlet in the observatory, who cares? Mr. Green, make me puke. Professor Plum, it was rotten. The whole time my wife kept
that's a
crying.
Good one.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that is good. Shout out Snake Eyes. If he wants to come on the podcast, perfect. Anyway, my girlfriend really hated everything. And the motorist, it drove us to insane boredom. She just kept crying.
Is that it?
Hold on. No. And then it says, probably because her dad died today.
Snake Eyes, why are you telling us that? Snake Eyes, why? She's probably not your girlfriend anymore.
Anyway, he literally gave it a 1 out of 5 stars and did not recommend the game. Said it was boring as hell and made his wife cry. Girlfriend. Sorry.
I'm surprised he even finished the review. Man, Snake Eyes, you... Holy shit. He was on fire in the beginning, though.
He was. He made a lot of good points.
He made a lot of good points, especially about her dead dad.
I mean, that could have been why she was crying.
Yeah.
I don't want to pick one or the other, but either way, the game sounds terrible. I found one other.
Do you think the boredom of this game killed her dad?
No, I think he died that day earlier before they played it. But I will say there was one other review that caught my attention. It was kind of interesting.
Okay.
It said, "This is James Salvador III. This is my last will and testament. Please help. I'm stuck on an island. I don't know where I am. This is the only internet access I have. Please, I love my wife, my 2 daughters, Cheryl, sweet, sweet Cheryl. Send help. We're dying here. People are dying. I need help. Please send help. I need help." And then it ends. And I was like, holy crap, dude. He gave it 1 out of 5 stars.
Yeah, I was gonna say toss the review if he didn't say anything about the game, but he reviewed it, so that's good.
1 out of 5 stars. And I was
1
like,
out of 5.
that's really deep.
I mean, the rest of it was just kind of like
he wrote his will on there too, but I didn't want to read that. That's pretty
you could
boring.
throw it out. It's not big.
I did. It wasn't a big deal. This is like 2012. I'm sure he's fine.
Yeah, I'm sure he's writing more reviews. So what would you?
Yeah.
What would you give Cluedo?
Cluedo, which is Have you ever actually played Clue, by the way?
I have not played Clue in maybe I'm gonna say actually 20 years. Is maybe the last time I genuinely played Clue.
You played it when you were like a teenager?
Yeah.
I didn't play it more than like once, and we didn't finish the game, and I feel like it was weird, and the rules were too much.
You had siblings, so I don't understand. Like maybe because I had siblings, I feel like that's why I did.
But I had cousins too, and we would go to the cousin's house and like do whatever with the cousins. We'd all play board games, but I think there were so many of us, we would just not play.
It would just get boring right away too.
Yeah, everyone would be like, "Let's do something cool." Board games suck.
Yeah.
So anyway, they made a digital version of it. I'd like to respect Nintendo for really putting this out there for the Wii for people who wanted to be able to play Clue at home and not be able to hide the clues, which would be only 50% of the game. So
the point of Clue. Yeah.
Yeah. So shout out. This Clue dragged on, felt tedious, hardly had any instructions. Graphically, it was a poor experience. Gameplay didn't feel like I was actually enjoying anything or playing anything, just watching a crappy movie. I'd give it a 10 out of 10.
Okay.
So, okay.
I thought you were going to go for the easy pun and say it was clueless. Clueless?
No, I didn't. I should have. Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn. Is it too late? Is it too late?
No. You can say it.
Okay, it was clueless.
Yo, my man, dude.
Dude, that's what they called your dad when he was fucking trying to get with girls.
What'd they call him? My man or Clueless?
Both.
My man Clueless.
My man Clueless. So.
Wow. Holy shit. Yeah, and then your mom showed up and stared my dad up and down and said, Ubisoft.
And he was like, is that Sugar Bush?
Yeah. Holy shit. And then
my little tiny Wii showed up.
Your tiny Wii came down from a helicopter.
Oh, watch out for tiny Wii. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to talk about, I got the big gun. Oh. Who's the big gun of board games?
Does he have a mustache?
Yes, and and
a monocle.
And
a top hat.
And
we're talking about Mario.
Bingo.
Fucking
close. Yeah. Talking about the Monopoly Man, who Mario is probably could have been inspired by. So Monopoly, the good old Monopoly, everyone's favorite game that you were probably. I feel like when I was younger, I was forced to play Monopoly. To be honest,
no one wanted to play Monopoly.
Nobody wanted to play. Everyone wanted to lose their money fast so they could stop playing.
Yeah.
Everyone knows. Yeah, so the game is about buying and selling properties. It's weird because this game was invented in 1935. So a game about buying and selling properties makes absolutely no sense in the Great Depression. And
isn't that when monopolies or whatever were going on or something?
Yeah, but you're making this board game to sell to people. Why would somebody who's poor as dirt want to be reminded that they can't afford anything?
Isn't the idea that someone else bought the property and is going to charge them crazy rent?
Yeah, moving on.
Good point.
And it's even crazier that the Wii version came out during the recession in 2008.
Full circle.
Look at that shit, full circle. It's like the Monopoly Man knew how to truly push people's buttons, financially. So they just wanted to push them down people's throats. So crazy thing that did you know there was 18 total Monopoly games that have been released since 1985?
Oh, like rebrands or
Yeah, there's been Monopoly? A Nintendo, there's on the Game Boy, PlayStation, Nintendo 64, there's 18. There doesn't need to be 18. It's the same as the board game. There doesn't need to be an Eagles Monopoly.
3 of them. Like 3
Yeah,
is too
like 2. Yeah, like 1 a decade. Like, nobody cares. I'm pretty sure I played the Nintendo one. I'm pretty sure I had, or maybe had a relative or rented the Nintendo one because I'm pretty sure I
Mhm.
remember the look of it. So the trailer for this Wii one, I watched the trailer first, and the
Of course.
tagline was "The biggest deal in video games is here," and "deal" is all capital letters, which I
Oh,
thought was
damn.
like
It's a
kind of
new deal? Is that like a new deal? I don't know.
probably. I don't. It's probably it's
Franklin
kind of a real
Roosevelt? I don't
shitty
know.
thing to
History
do.
starts to
Yeah.
roll together.
So the game begins. The actual game begins with Monopoly Man. He's like sitting on the words Monopoly, and
Oh,
he's like,
damn.
"Welcome to Monopoly," and he drops down, and behind him just a bunch of money's falling, which is kind of arrogant again. He falls on the board, and it's pretty much the same as Jenga, where you're playing this in an empty room. And I think sometimes you can change the room. Again, it doesn't make
It's
like
changing the background skin?
yeah, it changes the background. You're just playing in an empty room. He's front and center. He's literally like obviously the mascot, but you never really see him animated. Like when you're playing the board game, you just see him on the board. In this, oh, he's the horniest dude in the whole planet, man. He runs around the board when you're moving. He changes his suit.
Woohoo!
Yeah, he stars in a mini. Like there's mini games just to make Monopoly more fun because it's not fun. And I don't know whoever's buying this should know that. So there's mini games, and one of the mini games is actually like a joke version of Operation, where this is real. He's laying on his back, smiling with his arms crossed and legs crossed, and you're playing like Operation, where you're trying to find stuff inside of him, like X-ray style. So you're looking.
Dude, is this like with the Wii remote? Like
Yeah,
doing all-
so you're hovering over him, and you're looking at his bones and his organs, and he's
okay.
just smiling the entire time. I'm not even kidding. This is a weird mini game.
That is a little off-putting, but I kind of think it's cool that they tried to incorporate a whole nother board game inside the board game.
Yeah, there's
But
the
it's-
other mini games are. I think there's like 4 of them, but the other ones put you in the shoe of a prisoner trying to get out of jail.
Oh, get
One
out of
is you're trying to
jail.
saw like the bars. The other one is you're trying to run from the police. Why is I don't understand whose
They
idea
just-
these were.
I guess get out of jail, man. That's their phrase, I guess.
I mean, after the operation thing where you're hovering over him, smiling, he's probably the first Me Too person. People didn't realize
might
that.
be. He might.
Yeah.
He might be. He
Nobody
made you
caught on.
operate on him.
What's that?
He made you operate on him.
Yeah.
Did you
And
know
his
his
smile just kept getting bigger and bigger.
body shape is literally a carbon copy of Kevin Spacey? Did you hear that?
Is that's one in the instruction manual?
Yeah, it's literally they copied his skeleton.
You know
So
how
when you were playing that game, yeah.
you know how in Grand Theft Auto when you bought Grand Theft Auto for like PS3 or PS2, it came with like a huge map that you unfold.
Yeah, yeah.
This one came out with a huge thing that was folded, and you unfold it. It's a poster of Kevin Spacey.
That's crazy. And this is before everything? It's like they
What do you mean
knew.
everything?
Before the game
Yeah,
got
before the
real
game.
big. Yeah, it got
Yeah.
real big.
So there was two. Funny, there was 2 Monopoly games that came out on the Wii. There was one, the original came out in 2007.
Hold
There's
on.
one
This
called
is
Monopoly.
literally blowing my mind. How can Monopoly get re-released on the Wii? It's weird enough it gets released on another video game system within 5-10 years. It got released twice on the Wii.
Yeah, there's another one called the Monopoly Streets, and it just replaces the board part with streets, like a city street.
Wow, that's pretty
And the
true
weird
to
thing
the
is,
root.
I watched video of it. It's actually more complicated too. There's tons of things that are weird. You know how the tokens, like the horse and the hat and all that shit,
Yeah.
they're instead of them just being pieces, they're like part of a person. So the dog, little like whatever dog that is
Yeah, is his
it's with a
butt?
fucking lady.
Yeah.
The big hat is on a baby. The race car, some guy drives around. So they're part of people. So it sort of makes sense, but it's still fucking weird. And it kind of makes it
Sounds
complicated. You bid on properties, and that looked complicated. Like you don't have to. You shouldn't have to.
Ugh, bidding?
Yeah.
Good lord. This sounds like so much like
I'm
work.
not playing a motion sensor game to bid on things.
It is kind of funny. It's like, yo, the Wii is the first system that you can use as interactive with your body, and it's like play Monopoly. Like,
Yeah,
uh,
I feel like the first Monopoly I talked about tried too little to change what it was, and I think this one tries too hard to
too
change
much.
Monopoly.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
They were like, let's go hard. Let's get crazy here.
Here's
It's
the
like,
crazy
okay.
thing: you don't. There's no like hovering over or like weird operation type stuff in this one. There's no mini games, I don't think.
Mhm.
But I did read somewhere on I think it was GamePro.com
Okay.
that if you you see the Monopoly man in it. If you take the Wiimote and you like hover above him and then turn the Wii off, turn the lights off.
This is like secret stuff.
You can hear him laughing through the Wii.
Oh shit, dude! Like
haunted. So you
shit?
tickled him, but you just have to turn it. It's like Candyman when you talk to Candyman in like the mirror or something, or Bloody Mary.
Fuck.
Yeah,
that's scary as shit. You don't get that from other podcasts.
No, my mom said she did it a couple of times.
Yeah, she definitely did it a couple of times. I've seen tapes.
Yeah. Like VHSs?
Oh yeah, she had a lot of VHSs. She recorded.
Oh, okay. So again, there was a second Wii game, and then they got combined for 2011.
Ew, that sounds disgusting. Why would you buy? If you're buying Monopoly, you don't need Monopoly again.
So there's three. There was first Monopoly, then Monopoly Streets, and then Monopoly Collection of both of them. But guess what? Guess what Monopoly Collection included?
Oh, another Monopoly.
No. Another king of old people toys, Mr. Potato Head.
Jesus Christ.
For some reason, he was included in that, but I bet you didn't know this. You thought that was like out of nowhere. Why is Mr. Potato Head there? He was part of the HCU, which is the Hasbro Cinematic Universe. They did it before Marvel, dude. They were planting the seeds. You know why?
No.
Because Mr. Potato Head was starring in his own jam. That was like an Avengers-style party game. Did you look up the game party game?
Oh, wait. I saw the cover had Mr. Potato Head falling to pieces. Yeah. And the games were coming out of him or something?
He's like the mascot of these, like...
Why?
I have no clue.
I really appreciate your answer because I saw... Okay, so tell everyone, what is this game called?
Well, they're just combining all old people things. They were like, let's not come out with individual things. Let's just come out with one thing.
What was it called?
In 2008, there was a game called Hasbro Family Game Night.
Oh, this is the one that hits home, man. This is the one that gets all of them together. It's like old people.
The way...
Dude, this is an old people red alert. Like, there should be a red light that circles around it.
It's like Beatlemania for the old people. They were like pissing themselves when this game came out. So it has the worst of the worst of board games.
So are you telling me it has like Battleship? More like Battleshit. Boggle? More like boggled that this is even here. Connect 4? Connect Snore? Sorry? Yeah, sorry I bought this game. I didn't write down the fifth one.
You don't have anything for Yahtzee?
Oh, Yahtzee? Yeah, right. Yeah, right, see.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Yucksy or something.
That would have been pretty good. I wrote down the other 4, though.
All right. Well, that was pretty... I loved it.
Thank you.
So this is the same... They use the same format, which is so fucking weird. Empty room, and the game is just on a table.
I mean, like... Why buy a new engine, though? I mean, honestly, they have the right idea. If they're like, this game sucks, it's not going to really sell. It's for old people who are just... Yo, old people don't know. Do you think old people are looking at it like, oh, the refresh rate on these games sucks? Old people don't know that shit.
Oh, dude. Look at Boggle. Look at the dice in Boggle. Maureen, wake up. Maureen.
Wake up.
Please. Boggle.
It was your favorite game.
So Mr. Potato is actually just like the Monopoly Man, but he's like worse because in Monopoly, you're on the board and he's just going where your piece goes. In this game, Mr. Potato Head is just standing on the side of your game with a big smirk on his face, just watching you play.
Forget Monopoly Man, me too. Potato Head sounds like he'd be the biggest pervert of all of them.
I mean, his butt opens.
Yo, and he does. And the thing is, you can like put different body parts in different holes in his face and stuff. Like, that's not cool. What's with Mrs. Potato Head? Did he put his hand up her rectum? Like,
who knows?
I want to see.
She's never going to speak up.
I'm going to Google it. I'm going to check it out later. I'm going to get some tissues. I'm going to like see what's going on.
Some
well, for blowing my nose, Jesus Christ. But anyway.
Oh yeah.
But go on.
So anyway, he's even worse than Monopoly guy because he just stands around like a fucking goon.
Mm-hmm.
There was a total of 4 of these games that came out in the Wii. 4 of them.
Oh.
In 2009, what was it? The next year, the next one came out and included Connect 4, Bop It. You remember Bop It?
I do, but how do you play that on a Wii?
I don't know. That doesn't make sense. It's an actual physical thing. You have to be. It doesn't.
Folks, I'm doing the clap hands between every sentence. Like, you know how like you do that when you meet it on Twitter? Like, it don't make
sense. Yeah.
That's what we just said.
So Picture Rica? You know what Picture Rica is?
That's not a thing.
That's not a thing. I know. Operation is on there, and
Oh,
Jenga.
we had that in
Jenga.
the mini game.
They realized they
Jenga
couldn't
is
make.
back.
They realized they couldn't make a full Jenga game ever again. They
Wait,
lost the
do you know
license.
if it was the same engine or anything or something different?
I think it's a little different, but I
Oh,
watched
okay, it was
video,
different.
and this Jenga looks way better than the other one, and it still sucks.
Of course, it's Jenga for the Wii.
Yeah, and even weirder, the Operation game on this, the guy, he's fully awake. Isn't the Operation guy supposed to be like comatose while you're like taking shit out of him?
I'm not really sure. Maybe he wakes up and goes buzzes when you
And starts
touch the side of
screaming his lungs out.
Yeah, because he didn't do anesthesia. This is
Yeah.
old-timey Operation.
Do you did you look up anything for these games at all?
Not really. Just like the games and what games were in them. That's all.
Yeah.
I
Do you
did.
have what was on the third one?
Just Clue. Clue was in there. That was the
Cluedo,
Clue.
yeah.
Cluedo.
Light.
That's the one I was referencing.
Twister.
Twister. I read a lot of bad reviews about Twister.
Again, I don't get with these games that are like very
hands-on, like
hands-on
physical activities. You can't do it on a screen. It's like a 2D screen, and it barely reacts to your hand from like 15 feet away. And you're supposed to play a game that you play physically, like with your hands and feet. Well, like, here's the thing. I invited a girl over our house and another girl over our house. I got them both very drunk. They were giggly. They both liked me. And I said, let's play Twister. And they were like, they literally did the hand rubbing thing and licked their lips. And I thought, this is it. This is my big hit. And I fired up the Wii and we played Twister for the Wii. And no one could really understand. The rules weren't working. One girl couldn't get any of her cursor to touch the screen at all. And I kept screaming at her, Cheryl, point at the screen. And she didn't get it. She was a little tipsy. And anyway, she kept grabbing my junk. And I was like, no, we're playing the sexy version on TV. She didn't get it. And she kept pointing to the mat on the floor because we had an actual Twister. But I was like,
so wait, you had a mat open on the floor.
Yeah, but I wanted to play the digital version. Like, I don't know. I felt super horny that night.
But why did you put the mat on the floor?
Well, I wanted to let them know we were playing Twister.
But you just wanted to show them what game you didn't say. You're like, you pointed to it.
You know what we're gonna play? And they started licking lips, like rubbing their fingers together. It was crazy. And I turned the game on, and guess what I ended up with? A Ubisoft night. Okay.
Damn.
Yeah. So I'd like to thank Nintendo for that night ruined. But anyway, moving on.
Moving on. There was one last game in the Family Game Night series. It was called Family Game Night 4. Family Game Night 4, the game show. And instead of an empty room, like usual, it was like the look of a game show, like it was disguised as one. And all of the games on there were tweaked. Like they were just, what was it? There was like Connect 4, there was Yahtzee, but they were like different, like Yahtzee basketball. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like just cool, I guess extreme versions of like even worse board games. There was Sorry Sliders, Flash. I don't even want to name them.
I saw that, Sorry Sliders, and I was like, isn't it just sorry? I mean, you don't have to add that word, but I guess they have to add a word to make it more cool. I don't know.
So Mr. Potato Head is the host. He doesn't talk. He's just got like crazy hair and still mustache. My favorite Mr. Potato Head is that when you're playing, what is it? Connect 4 basketball. When you're playing that, it's in the first person. And next to where you're throwing, Mr. Potato Head is dressed like a 70s basketball player with a big afro.
Oh, I didn't even see
my
this.
God.
I know it. That's
it was
good.
so good. I don't know if it's offensive or not, but I would love it.
I'm for Mr. Potato Head representing all cultures.
Yeah, diversity. I didn't realize that Hasbro owned basically most of the games you were talking about.
Yeah,
that's kind of wild, right?
That's why I think we're calling them out tonight. Kind of.
Yeah, we're calling out the Wii and Hasbro.
What would you say they would have to do to get our appreciation back? So, talking to a yeah, they probably have like 1.9 thousand listeners. Ooh, you're a little ahead of us. Who cares?
Big deal.
We could probably catch up. I think the fans here should boost us so that we kind of jump over Hasbro and over Nintendo. How do you pronounce it? Nintendo? Because there's 9 of them.
I thought you were saying it because it was Hitler's favorite system.
I didn't even think of that. Yeah, I should have said that. So then I could have made them racist.
Yeah.
9 Nintendo. Got them.
There you go.
Yeah,
I was actually afraid you were going to scream it for a second.
No, I was
kind of worried.
Damn. I squandered that chance. And
you started the chance to.
Hasbro, more like has been. No one plays these
That's
games.
so
Yeah, you
good.
like that? That's a good one. Anyway, we're challenging the presidents of these companies to do a podcast with us, or what kind of a challenge do you think we would do that would like raise awareness for board games?
Well, we want to give the money to charity, of course.
Of course, of course.
Well, we want to give we'll give the awareness to charity. We'll raise
give
the awareness
to charities,
and we'll
and
give the
keep
awareness
whatever
to charity.
money for ourselves. That's fine.
Yeah, we keep the money. We just say
awareness.
Here's awareness.
We can give the awareness to any charitable donations anyone
what kind
wants.
of challenge can we do? I mean, we can play them in their own games.
Oh damn!
We can no. You know what? We can challenge Hasbro at Wii Jenga, and challenge Nintendo at real Jenga. You know what I'm saying? Like challenge them at
flip the tables. Flip the tables.
Flip the script.
And then afterwards, if we did like Twister, I would do a nude Twister with the president of Hasbro or Nintendo. I don't care.
Yeah.
The digital game. The digital one.
You would I would I would play real Twister with them.
Yeah, I was going with the digital version because I don't want to touch them. I just want to be naked standing next to them.
I'm thinking about that. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm in. So that's the challenge. Charity. What's the challenge called? Charity challenge. It's called the charity challenge.
Charity challenge twisted nipples.
Charity challenge twisted nipples 2020.
Yeah.
Hasbro and Nintendo were calling you out.
Hashtag that. Listen.
Hashtag.
I'm putting a hashtag on your ass.
If you know where the pound sign is on your phone, hashtag it.
Punch it, put it in, lock it in. Here at the Famicom, we do all this stuff for all sorts of charities. Everyone who listens knows it. Everyone who listens grows it.
Yeah, we donate all of our views to charity too.
Have you been?
We donate the views. I keep the money.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well,
so back to what we were talking about. I don't remember what we were talking about. But Hasbro being a bunch of pussies. But,
wow.
Yeah, I said it. I've been thinking about it the whole time. Do you have a few more? I have a few more that I just vaguely looked up.
Rattle them off. Let's hear a few.
There was a Scrabble in. Oh no, that's the one you were talking about.
Yeah.
Did you actually look? You saw the graphics for this. I wrote my notes. Legit looks like a game from 1992.
Yeah, that's why I said it looks garbage. It's like
it really does look garbage.
But why would you? It's not like it's like, yo, are you gonna play the new Scrabble? I don't know, man. The graphics aren't that great. It's not for young people who are worried about the graphics. It's again for this 50 and up crowd who just thinks it's cool that their board game is now digital. I don't know. They can pretend it's new age.
I also have Battleship, which came out in 2012 on the Wii. It's not the board game. Thought it was. I think it was maybe based off of the movie because there was a Battleship movie. Because it's like a first-person game where you're fighting aliens. I was immediately thrown off. I'm like, this is not Battleship.
You were like B9, and they were like in D6. You know what I'm saying?
6-9.
And you were like I8, and they were like pussy.
And then the game just shut off.
And you were like, damn, everything went extreme real quick.
Yeah. I have one last one. It's actually worse than anything we've talked about. This one is called, it's just straight up called Ultimate Board Game Collection. It came out on the Wii in 2007. Mm-hmm. It is 12, it says in the front of the box, 12 classics from around the world. It literally takes ancient board games and puts them in here. So there's chess, checkers, backgammon, Chinese checkers. And one of them, it says jigsaw. It's just a puzzle. One of them's just a puzzle. It's literally just a puzzle.
One puzzle?
Also, if somebody's playing this, nobody knows. Nowadays, nobody knows how to play chess or checkers. Nobody knows how to play Chinese checkers. Nobody knows how to play these ancient fucking games.
I played checkers tonight with my kid.
Is that true?
Yeah, it really is.
All right, well,
the other ones. Chinese checkers? Backgammon?
Yeah, like...
No one knows how to play backgammon. I'll agree with you there.
It's funny because the front cover of this game, too, is just stock photos of people laughing. There's no Wii controllers in their hands. They're literally just laughing.
Of course.
I hope they probably still get residuals from anyone that buys it or talks about it. I hope people are getting paid that are on that cover, just us saying it.
It just bugs me that it's a cash grab. We come up to this again and again with a lot of things we talk about.
Especially with shit like checkers. You're going to put checkers on a fucking Wii game?
How much coding did they do? How much, like, I'm talking polygon count, dude. Let's do a polygon count on checkers.
There's probably 2. There's probably 2 polygons.
Red, black.
Yeah, that's it.
Just 2 polygons on the whole screen.
There's 2 games on there that don't even actually have legit names. They're just called Word Cubes and Naval Battle. Naval Battle's Battleship.
Oh my god, that's fake. Yeah.
Yeah, I've never
Fake
heard of either
version,
one of these games.
fake
It's
games.
the fact that this game exists. That's like the apex of pure laziness,
It's shit.
yeah, it's total shit. So,
I was
What
gonna say,
did-
can I tell everyone about the gaming T-shirt you're wearing tonight?
I didn't want to say anything.
Are you sure, dude? I think it's kind of cool. It's Mr. Potato Head. And it looks like he's giving it to. I can't tell because it's from behind. Is that?
Here, I'll turn around.
Oh my god, it's the Monopoly guy. That's disgusting. Where did you get that shirt? That's kind of cool. And it says,
I bought it off
it says-
of Monopoly's website.
"Oh, that's kind of cool." It says, "Give me back my money." Boardwalk this. That's kind of cool.
Well, Mr. Potato Head's saying Boardwalk this.
Yeah. Okay.
And no, you're messing up the words, dude. You're
Oh,
not
okay.
looking at the shirt. Monopoly Man says, "Give it in my money."
Oh.
And Mr. Potato Head says, "Boardwalk this."
Okay, that's kind of cool.
It's one
Did
of
you get
those
that
like
shirt?
it's one of those smart political jokes that you have to look at the
Okay.
front and back of.
Yeah. We don't get into politics too much.
We're not a political. That's not who we are.
No.
I don't like to push my views on someone.
I don't like the pander.
We just don't. That's going to be our catchphrase. I'm going to use that.
I like it.
The what the fama unpander.
Not panderers. Let's call it.
Yeah, we don't. Yeah, I like that.
Not panderers.
We would like to play.
We're gonna
Yeah.
do bullet points. I think I'm done with the fucking Wii right now. I think I'm done with the Wii. I think I'm done with
really
my
hate the
mom.
Wii.
I think I'm
hate-
done with
I
board
hate your
games.
mom. Hate that she didn't go to Warm Daddies, or she did. I'm not really sure.
We're never
Still.
gonna know. And even if she listens to this and jokes and laughs and says like, "Haha, you brought that up," she still won't answer me.
She's not gonna give me the answer.
She's not
like,
gonna
"Oh
give me
my
the
God,
answer."
You guys still talk about that, and we're like, so what is it?
Okay, so what did we learn in this episode?
Everyone hates board games.
Yeah, that's
And
it.
that- Wait, and that someone tried to make money off of everyone hates board games, but we feel compelled to have them or buy them or own them for some reason?
Do we feel like we owe board games? Like we owe them like a salute?
Like a
oh, you
respect.
exist. You still exist. Respect.
Yeah, I'll buy you. That's fine. I got you. I
Yeah.
got your back.
Like you
Like,
feel
I'll buy
bad.
I'll buy you lunch today. It's cool. One time you might pay me back. Maybe I'll play with those girls. Twister. I don't know. Still thinking about that.
I know you
So-
are. So our bullet points are: everybody hates board games.
Got it.
The Wii is dead.
Got it.
Everybody that played these board games when they were popular probably dead.
Yeah. Or dying. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, everybody on the cover of that Ultimate Board Game Collection dead.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Potato Head dead.
Is he? No shit.
Yeah, Monopoly Man, he's still at large.
They're doing a gritty reboot where it's like a crime drama thing, and he's addicted to heroin, and he's living in an alleyway, and he hits his girlfriend a lot. They were trying to edit it out, but it made it real gritty and real. And he has a kid. He finds out that it's an exact match for his bone marrow. Which, guess what? He's got some weird incurable cancer. He finds out he's like strung out. He has to get the kid, and he needs money for the transfusion. So guess what he does? He starts buying property. I thought that was really cool, and I might see that in theaters because that's the next wave. Do you know?
Oh, like gritty reboots
board
of board
games. Yeah, board game
Indie
movies. Yeah, and that one's
Yeah, is
called
it just called Monopoly, or is it just
No,
is it
that
like
one's
Gritty
called-
Eyes?
Monopoly. ... Heroin, and I thought, whoa, that's over.
Oh,
the
they're
top.
not even beating around the bush.
Yeah, they were thinking it might be called the opioid epidemic later because that's more like
Colon Monopoly.
yeah. Yes, he has to do heroin through his colon because
Oh,
he
yeah.
ruined his
No,
veins.
that's in the original game.
Did he do that? That's crazy.
Yeah, that was in the instruction manual. Well, they just came out with a Monopoly game for the Nintendo Switch. So he's literally still they're still coming out with board. There's a Battleship game just came out for the Switch. Like, why are they still trying to make board games a thing? It's like a virus. Just let it die.
It is a virus, dude. And I think we should stop it.
I hope this podcast brings awareness to the destruction of board games and the Wii. I hope
Seriously.
like people listen to this podcast and it's like a call to arms. It's like Fahrenheit. What's that book where they burn?
451 or whatever.
Yeah, people run
temperature
outside
at
their
which
houses
books
with their
burn,
Wii's and
yeah.
burn them.
Listen, if we have to, like, we are pretty strong people. We're pretty brave. If we had to stop board games, would you promise with me to kill everyone on the planet?
Yeah, done.
Thanks for joining us tonight. This has been a great episode of What the Famicom.
This has been actually a very therapeutic. We got a lot of I got a lot of my insides out.
Mm-hmm. And you're probably going out tonight to get your insides pushed back in, right?
Yeah, with this shirt on, I'm sure I will.
That's a great shirt.
Yeah. So
Thanks for
I
listening.
guess I want to
thank everyone.
thank everyone for subscribing and sub-swallowing, whatever you did. Spotify, iHeartRadio, wherever you listen to us.
Listen to us, please. Oh my God.
So thank you anyway. This has been another episode. This has been a very monumental episode. We made it to 20, so thanks you for listening.
20. Honestly,
Yeah,
this is old enough to pork. You can pork this episode.
So at 20?
Yeah, that's legal.
You were talking about video. Actually, you were talking about video games and fucking them at 20. You were talking about like Siphon Filter in one episode.
Yeah. I mean, that CD whole ring, perfect.
Yeah, why do you think they made it? Not to read the CD. Stick your fucking Ubisoft in it. Anyway, we're gonna end that. Thanks everyone.
Here.
Thanks for listening. What is our saying? I feel like we haven't said it in a while. I feel like we haven't had an episode in a while.
Honestly, this one's for me. It's gonna be a big game over, folks.
Game over, folks.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.